Welcome back to the showdown between Captain America and Bane. Who will win? Before we dive into the analysis, please remember to subscribe to the channel to support me, and thank you so much.
Captain America, also known by his real name, Steve Rogers, was born in 1941 amid a world engulfed in the flames of war. Before becoming a legend, Steve was just a frail young man with a fierce desire to serve his country during World War II. It was that courageous spirit that led him to the Rebirth Project, where his destiny was completely transformed. Under the guidance of scientist Abraham Erskine, and thanks to the super soldier serum, Steve Rogers was reborn, possessing superior strength. He also embodies integrity, unwavering resolve, and an unshakable faith in justice. Through countless brutal battles, he gradually established himself as a natural-born leader of the Avengers. In the most perilous moments, he always upheld the spirit of teamwork, made wise decisions, and inspired those around him. His nearly indestructible vibranium shield is not merely a weapon, but a symbol of his steadfast defensive spirit and unyielding will. Steve Rogers' journey is not merely that of a superhero. It is a vivid testament to how an ordinary person can rise to become a great icon through courage and faith. After being injected with the super soldier serum, Steve Rogers reached the pinnacle of human capability, where every physical attribute was optimized to its absolute limit. However, it is his iron discipline and unyielding spirit that truly make him a legend. Physically, Captain America possesses enough strength to lift or flip cars and even shatter reinforced concrete walls. His running speed can reach nearly 48 kilometers per hour, combined with extraordinary reflexes that allow him to dodge or block bullets in seemingly impossible situations. His astonishing endurance allows him to fight continuously for days without faltering, making him a relentless fighting machine on the brutal battlefield. Steve Rogers is also a martial arts master, proficient in various disciplines such as boxing, judo, and karate, while also developing his own unique fighting style suited to any situation. His skill with his vibranium shield is nearly flawless. Every throw is calculated with the precision of a complex physics problem, creating unpredictable and highly effective trajectories in combat. His rapid healing ability allows him to recover quickly from injuries, while his unwavering will makes him nearly immune to mind control. His sharp strategic thinking and innate leadership skills have helped him guide the Avengers through countless challenges. However, Captain America still has the limitations of a human being who has reached perfection. He does not possess supernatural powers like divine entities, and in situations where he loses his iconic shield, his offensive capabilities can be significantly reduced. During World War II, Steve Rogers made his mark with iconic feats by confronting and defeating Red Skull, his sworn enemy. He played a key role in dismantling the Hydra organization, while fighting alongside the invaders and his close friend Bucky Barnes to protect the world from the darkness of war. Captain America continued to assert his leadership role within the Avengers by leading the team against forces far beyond ordinary control, such as Kang the Conqueror, Ultron, and Super Adaptoid. He also faced off against Red Skull when the latter possessed the Cosmic Cube, a source of nearly limitless power. In major events like Civil War or Secret Invasion, Steve has always been at the center of life or death decisions, and his one-on-one battles further highlight his extraordinary mettle. He once defeated Crossbones, even while temporarily stripped of his serum-enhanced powers, faced off against the Winter Soldier in emotionally charged battles, and clashed with physically superior opponents like Rhino and even Wolverine and Iron Man. Though he wasn't always the dominant force, he knew how to turn the tide through strategy and rare tenacity. His most memorable feat is surviving decades of being frozen, then returning to fight as if he'd never left. He's gone by other names like Nomad or the Captain, but no matter the role, his core spirit remains unchanged. Captain America's achievements aren't just measured by the number of victories, but also by how he fights for what's right, even when faced with the toughest choices. It's his strategic intelligence, unwavering resolve, and unshakable faith that have helped him overcome enemies stronger than himself.
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, and turn on notifications to watch the latest videos. Thank you all very much.
Now we're going to talk about Bane. Bane is one of the most terrifying and complex villains, first appearing in 1993 during the Nightfall event. Unlike many enemies who rely solely on brute strength or madness, Bane embodies the perfect blend of cold intellect and superior physical prowess, an adversary born to push boundaries. His childhood was steeped in darkness, as he grew up in the harsh Peña Duro prison on Santa Prisca, where most people would break, Bane chose to evolve. He taught himself everything he could, from philosophy and strategy to science, training both his mind and body in the harshest of environments. It was precisely these circumstances that forged an individual who not only survived, but transcended the limits of ordinary humanity. The biggest turning point in Bane's journey was his development and use of Venom, a compound capable of amplifying physical strength to extraordinary levels. When activated, Venom transforms Bane into a nearly unstoppable fighting machine with enough power to overwhelm most opponents. The pinnacle of Bane's fame came when he defeated Batman and brought the Dark Knight to his knees, earning him the nickname, the Man Who Broke the Bat. Bane systematically wore down both the physical and mental resilience of his opponents before delivering the decisive blow. Even without using Venom, he had reached the pinnacle of human capability, a perfect warrior in both strength and skill. But when Venom is activated, Bane's physical strength becomes terrifying. He can lift massive weights of up to tens of tons, easily tear through stone walls, or crush armored vehicles. His body possesses extreme durability, resisting bullets, explosions, and seemingly fatal impacts. Bane's speed and reflexes are also significantly enhanced, making him not only powerful, but also extremely dangerous in close combat. His rapid healing ability allows him to quickly return to combat, even after severe injuries. He is a martial arts master, regarded as one of the top warriors, with the ability to flexibly employ various fighting styles. Additionally, Bane is an outstanding strategist, capable of analyzing opponents, devising complex plans, and controlling the battle in his own unique way. From long-range weapons to close combat, he handles them all with mastery, turning every confrontation into a chessboard where he constantly seeks to gain the upper hand. Bane's intellect is also a dangerous weapon. He possesses an astonishing ability to recall details, is fluent in multiple languages, and always calculates several moves ahead of his opponents. When necessary, he can increase his venom dosage to achieve even greater strength, making himself more ferocious and unpredictable than ever. However, Bane is not invincible. His reliance on venom is his fatal weakness, as if the supply is interrupted, his strength will diminish significantly. Furthermore, his overconfidence and tendency toward aggressive actions sometimes lead him to make mistakes at critical moments. In Nightfall, he destroyed Arkham Asylum, releasing all the criminals to push Batman to the brink of both physical and mental exhaustion. Only when his opponent is weakened to the limit does Bane appear to deliver the decisive blow, completely defeating Batman and snapping his spinny moment that plunged all of Gotham into terror. Bane has consistently asserted his dominance through a series of memorable showdowns. He once defeated Killer Croc with overwhelming strength, outmaneuvered Ra's al Ghul in a chess match that epitomized strategic brilliance, and took down Judo Master in brutal battles. Even when facing members of Batman's rogue gallery like Clayface, Man-Bat, or Poison Ivy, Bane remains capable of overpowering them, especially when these opponents are also enhanced. The level of brutality he displays. He can tear through an opponent's body even when they're protected by heavy armor, survive horrific explosions like a truck blast, and even face off against various versions of Batman and his Robins. Over time, Bane has risen to become a central force in Gotham, a true big bad, with the ability to lead the underworld and manipulate criminals at will. What's most terrifying isn't how strong he is, but how he thinks, always staying several steps ahead of his opponents and turning every battle into part of his overarching plan. When Captain America faces off against Bane, it is not merely a battle between two warriors, but a clash between two entirely different philosophies of power. One represents the pinnacle of human potential, honed to perfection, while the other is the embodiment of strength pushed beyond limits by brutal science. Bane is fully empowered by Venom, while Captain America wields a shield forged from vibranium. With strength capable of lifting tens of tons and extraordinary durability, Bane is nearly unmatched in raw power and endurance. Each of his strikes not only inflicts damage, but can also shatter an opponent's defense if they falter even for a moment. However, Steve Rogers is no easy opponent to overpower. His advantage lies in his refined combat skills and sharp strategic thinking. The vibranium shield not only absorbs incoming attacks, but also opens up countless flexible counterattack options. His near-perfect ability to calculate trajectories allows him to turn every throw into a surprise strike, forcing Bane to constantly adapt rather than rely solely on brute strength. In terms of intellect and experience, the two are nearly equal. Both Captain America and Bane are master strategists, accustomed to facing enemies far more dangerous than themselves. This makes the battle not just a physical showdown, but a tense battle of wits, where even the smallest mistake comes at a high cost. Nevertheless, when viewed as a whole, the advantage still lies with Bane. The power granted by Venom has propelled him beyond human limits, creating a gap that mere skill alone struggles to bridge. While Captain America may defend effectively in the early stages and even pose a challenge with clever tactics, the relentless pressure from Bane's overwhelming attacks will gradually break down his defenses. He can close in, disrupt the flow of the fight, and finish with devastating blows. However, victory is not guaranteed. If Bane loses control or the Venom supply is interrupted, an opportunity will open up for Captain America. In that rare moment, all it takes is a perfect strategy and a bit of luck. But Bane is stronger overall and wins this battle about 7 out of 10 times.
What do you think about this battle? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you all very much.